Good morning, everybody. My name is Darlene, and I have Parkinson's. Sorry, I kicked the stand. And I have Parkinson's. That's the reason that I kicked the stand. I guess as long as I don't kick the bucket, we're okay. All right, today I want to talk about something that a lot of people don't talk about. And that's kind of what I'm about. I'm about putting light in areas that maybe don't get the light shone there. I'm talking about the days when we sit on the pity pot. The days where it's sort of, why me? Oh, woe is me. My life is so tough. All of those statements may be true, but that doesn't give us the right to make other people around us miserable. I did realize that last night, it's not that it makes you feel better to be miserable. It doesn't make you feel better. There's just a part of you that just can't sort of stop it unless you consciously try to. So my husband's watching a Star Trek show or something, and it's good and loud. He can't hardly hear me. But there was something in me that my medicines had not worked. My medicines at supper time at 6 o'clock had not worked. So it was a very long haul for me to get through that. I knew that it would eventually work on the next dose, but I had to get through it. I'd had a very good day. And so for about 2 hours, as I was sitting on my chair, not able to move, getting sorer, getting stiffer, it started off with just a little moan or a groan. I was getting no response from him at all. I wasn't doing it for a response. Let's be clear about that. If I wanted something from him, I would just ask, right? But there was something that just was saying, in my head, I was saying, why am I sitting here hurting? Why are my feet so sore? Why are my hands giving me such heck today when he's just enjoying life and doing these things? But you know what? He wasn't sitting there enjoying life. He has a sore back. He has lots of other issues. He just was choosing to watch television and not be miserable about it. I, on the other hand, felt the need to sort of moan and groan and say, I have a hard life. I'm hard done by. Well, I'm not hard done by. There are so many people that are so worse off than me. But I've said before, somebody else being worse off than me doesn't diminish what I'm going through. It makes me empathetic for what they're going through, and I need to focus more on what they're going through. So what can I do to help them? Then, oh, woe is me. But sometimes you just sort of sit there and do that. Usually when that happens, I talk to my daughter, and she sort of snaps me out of it or distracts me or gets me talking about something else, or we laugh about something. But my daughter is recovering. Now, we did talk last night on the computer and whatnot, but it wasn't the same as having a visit with her. No guilt. I know she'll watch this. No guilt whatsoever. I understand. She has to recover. I don't want her, jeopardizing anything. But it's still, I know I have to do these things on my own as well, and sometimes it's just harder than other times. Sometimes when my time is good, like in the daytime, my time was good, and I thought I was on fire. It was like I'm accomplishing things, I'm checking things off my list left, right, and center, and I thought, my goodness, I'm doing really well. It's like a normal day, like the old normal, except for that it wasn't, because I was doing things at half speed, but not even recognize that it was half speed. Or when my groceries came and I realized that I didn't get the sale price for anything because I had ordered wrong. Or Claudine says, how did you end up paying $165 for those few groceries? And it was like, I guess I didn't read something right or whatever. Then, just to make the icing on my cake as thick as the other icing that was on the cake the other day, boy, it was very sweet. Anyway, just to top it all off, I decided to go in and do a little bit of YouTube work and check off comments and reply to a few things. And I had an update put on my machine, and all of a sudden I couldn't reply to anything, and it kept saying it wouldn't accept it and it wouldn't do this. I'm no computer person, but I took an hour and I investigated this and I investigated that, and all of a sudden, bang, it was working. So I don't know if I touched or untouched something, or whether YouTube was just having a problem and it fixed itself, or what happened, but either way, it's fixed. I'm grateful. And it got me through the last of the time, and I was able to say, oh, look at that. My feet are starting to feel a little tingly. My hands have a little tingly, and I was able to get up and get going with the rest of the evening. So it passed the time and got me through that rough time. So it's okay to squat on the pot, but you can't sit there all day. So that's my theory. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. Of course I'm going to tell you a story. You didn't think I was going to forget that, did you? There was a time when I was young. Definitely not now. Definitely not now. There was a time when I was young that I thought that it was really important that once in a while you get very romantic. Now it's more important to me to have that time where we sit and talk, or to have some focused time where we're home together all the time, but just time to sit down and do something together that we're enjoying. That's more important to me than big romantic gestures. I don't need lobster dinners out and whatnot. Give me a chocolate bar and a cup of coffee that I like, and give me 5 minutes of your time. I'm a happier girl. But back in the day, I looked at the bedroom and I thought, this is kind of a boring room. I should zhuzh it up. Well, I had an old lamp, but did I have a fancy silk scarf? Oh, it had beautiful flowers on it. It was light and everything else, and it was beautiful. And I had bought it one time, like it was a great big scarf, and I was going to learn how to do all these tie things with it, which I never did learn. But my lamp was on and it was coming up into evening, and I thought, I'm going to throw this scarf over this shade, and all the pretty flowers, they sort of illuminated up on the ceiling. Oh my gosh, it was gorgeous. It's like a garden on the roof, and it just dimmed the lighting a little bit. It was really nice. So I brought Bill upstairs. I said, oh, we got a few minutes of time. Come on, let's see what we got. Up we went like two little children scampering up the stairs to see the smoke coming from the lamp where I had put the scarf over it. And of course we went into immediate fire control mode. And there went the romantic mood. There went my silk scarf. And there went Bill going, let's not try that again. I said, only I would set the house afire because I was wanting a little play on the side. Anyway, that's it for today. We'll see you all tomorrow.